Hi everyone, welcome back to the new video of Current Affairs YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the important current affairs questions and answers of the day 11 July 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, you have two questions at the end of this video. So watch the video till the end and please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's start the section. First question. India's first maritime arbitration center is being set up in which city? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, Gandhinagar. Okay, let's see about the India's first maritime arbitration center. The Gujarat Maritime University signed a memorandum of understanding, that is MOU, with the International Financial Service Center Authority in Gift City to promote the Gujarat International Maritime Arbitration Center. And this will be the first center of its kind in the country, and that will manage arbitration and mediation proceedings with disputes related to the maritime and shipping sector. Okay, where is the Gujarat International Maritime Arbitration Center being set up? Okay, the answer is the GIMAZ will be part of maritime cluster that the Gujarat Maritime Board is setting up in Gift City at Gandhinagar. Okay, the Maritime Board has rendered about 10,000 square feet at Gibbs House, which is part of the Special Economic Zone area with the clearance from the Development Commissioner. Okay, in this first question, you have to note on that the India's first Maritime Arbitration Center is being set up in Gift City at Gandhinagar. Okay, that's the answer for the question. Okay, let's see next question. The Indian Railways has set up India's first mobile freshwater tunnel aquarium, the Aquarium Kingdom, in which city? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Bengaluru. Okay, let's see about this. Krandivira Sankuli Rayana railway station, also known as the Bengaluru City Railway Station, has become the first railway station in India with a mobile freshwater tunnel aquarium. The state-of-art aquarium has been jointly opened by the Indian Railway Stations Development Corporation Limited, that is IRSDC, in collaboration with the Esonai Aquatic Kingdom. Okay, the Aquatic Kingdom aquarium is based on the concept of Amazon River and is 12 feet long. Okay, in this question you have to note that the India's first mobile freshwater tunnel aquarium installed at Bengaluru City Railway Station. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay. Before watching this full video, if you like this video, please click on the like button. Okay, this video like aim is only 50. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel Current Affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Okay, let's see next question. Which Indian state has reported Zika virus cases recently? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Kerala. Okay, let's see the recent news about Zika virus. Battling the second wave of COVID-19, Kerala now has an additional worry as the state report 14 cases of Zika virus. Okay, the National Institute of Virology has detected 14 cases of Zika virus, including a 24-year-old pregnant woman who was the first to have been diagnosed. Okay, let's see what is Zika virus. Zika virus is a mosquito-borne flavivirus that was first identified in Uganda in 1947 in monkeys, and it was later identified in humans in 1952 in Uganda and the United Republic of Tanzania. Okay, when was it first detected in India? Okay, India saw the first case of Zika virus in May 2017. 3 cases of Zika virus were reported, of which 2 were pregnant women who eventually went on to deliver healthy babies. Okay, that's about Zika virus. Okay, let's see some points about Kerala state. Okay, we can see here the location of Kerala state here. Okay, the capital of Kerala is Thiruvananthapuram, and the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, and the Governor of Kerala state is Arif Muhammad Khan. Okay, that's the answer for the question and also about Kerala state. Okay, I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the next question. The tallest sandcastle of the world has recently been inaugurated in which country? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Denmark. Okay, let's see about the world's tallest sandcastle. The world's tallest sandcastle was built in Denmark, and it has established new Guinness World Record of 21.16 meters. Denmark's new sandcastle is 3.5 meters taller than the earlier record of 17.66 meters set by Germany in 2019. And the sandcastle is built in the shape of a triangle in order to avoid collapse like many others have. And it is a highly decorated monument in small seaside village of Blockers and was made up of 4,860 tons of sand and is reminiscent of a pyramid. Okay, that's the answer for the question. That is, world's tallest sandcastle was built in the country Denmark. Okay, let's see some points about Denmark. Denmark is a Scandinavian country comprising the Jutland Peninsula and numerous islands. Okay, the capital of Denmark is Copenhagen, and the currency of Denmark is Danish krone. Okay, in this question, you have to note on that the world's tallest sandcastle built in Denmark, and also notes the points about Denmark. Okay, that's answer. Okay, let's see the next question. Bagram Airfield is the key base of US military troops in which country? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, Afghanistan. Okay, let's see about this. Bagram Airfield is a key base of the military troops of the United States in Afghanistan. Recently, the US military left Bagram Airfield in the night without notifying the Afghans as per the base new commando. The Taliban are said to be advancing rapidly in Afghanistan as US troops withdraw. The Afghan forces were even expecting the Taliban to attack Bagram. Okay, in this question, you have noted that the Bagram Airfield is a key base of the military troops of the US in Afghanistan. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, let's see next question. India signed a rail service agreement with which nation? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Nepal. Okay, let's see about this rail service agreement. India and Nepal have signed a letter of exchange to the India-Nepal Rail Service Agreement 2004, and it will allow all authorized cargo train operators to utilize the Indian railway network to carry Nepal's container and other freight both bilateral between India and Nepal or third country from Indian ports to Nepal. Okay, let's see about Rail Service Agreement 2004. The Rail Service Agreement was executed in the year 2004 between the Ministries of Railways Government of India and the Ministry of Commerce of the Government of Nepal for introduction of freight train services between these two countries to and from Burgunj via Raxol in India. Okay, that's about the Rail Service Agreement. Okay, let's see the next point. The agreement guides movement between India and Nepal by rail, and the agreement shall be reviewed every 5 years and may be modified by the contracting parties by mutual consent. Okay, that's about the India-Nepal Rail Service Agreement 2004. Okay, I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. India with which country signed a memorandum of understanding, that is MOU, to strengthen and promote bilateral cooperation in personal administration and governance reforms? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Gambia. Okay, let's see about this MOU. India and Gambia signed a memorandum of understanding to strengthen and promote bilateral cooperation in personal administration and governance reforms. The cooperation in improving performance management system in government and implementation of contributory pension scheme and e-recruitment in government from a part of the areas to be covered under the memorandum of understanding. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, let's see some points about Gambia. The Gambia is a small West African country bounded by Senegal with a narrow Atlantic coastline. Okay, we can see here the location of Gambia here and Senegal here. Okay, the capital of Gambia is Banjul and the currency of Gambia, Gambian Dalasi, and the president of Gambia is Adama Barrow. Okay, in this question you have to note on that India, Gambia signed a MOU to strengthen cooperation in governance reforms. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the next question. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is located on the banks of which river? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Nile. Okay, let's see about the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is said to be the Africa's largest hydroelectric project when completed. As per Egypt and Sudan, Ethiopia has started the second phase of filling the dam's reservoir on the upper Blue Nile. Okay, the UN Security Council is set to conduct a meeting on the issues shortly. Ethiopia says the project is essential to its development, while Egypt and Sudan fear it could restrict the water access of their citizens. Okay, that's about the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Okay, I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. Who won the Silver Lake Open Chess Tournament in Serbia? Okay, the answer for the question is option B, Nihal Sarin. Okay, let's see about this. Young Indian Grandmaster Nihal Sarin emerged champion in the Masters section of the Serbia Open Chess Championship in Belgrade. And this is the second consecutive tournament victory for 16-year-old Sarin after he claimed the title in Silver Lake Open. And Sarin, who became a Grandmaster in 2018 at the age of 14, won 6 games and drew 3 to remain unbeaten. Okay, in this question, you have noted that Nihal Sarin wins Serbia Open, Silver Lake Open, claims the second consecutive title. Okay, that's answer. Okay, let's see the next question. Veerabhadra Singh, who has passed away recently, was the former chief minister of which Indian state? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, let's see about Veerabhadra Singh. Veerabhadra Singh, the longest serving chief minister of Himachal Pradesh, passed away in Shimla after long illness. The six-time chief minister and nine-time member of Legislative Assembly of Himachal Pradesh dominated the political landscape of the state for almost 50 years, and Singh, popularly known as Raja Sahib, was 87 years old. And Singh joined the Congress at the age of 26 in 1961. A year later, he entered the parliament from the Mahasu constituency in undivided Punjab, becoming the youngest member of 3rd Lok Sabha. And he went on to win parliamentary elections another 4th time. Okay, in this question, you have to note on that. Veerabhadra Singh, the longest serving chief minister of Himachal Pradesh, has passed away recently. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the answers for the questions of last current affairs question answer video of 10 July 2021. Okay, let's see the answer for the first question. President Ramnath Kovind has appointed P.S. Sridharan Pillai as a new governor of which state? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Goa. Okay, we have already discussed about this in daily current affairs video of 9 July 2021. Okay, in this question you have to note on that the president has appointed 8 new governors in India, and the P.S. Sridharan Pillai was appointed as the governor of Goa. Okay, that's the answer for the first question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the answer for the second question. When is the Global Forgiveness Day observed? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, 7 July. Okay, let's see about the Global Forgiveness Day. The Global Forgiveness Day is observed on July 7 every year to forgive and be forgiven in order to lead a happy and peaceful life. And the day is observed to celebrate goodwill among people, and it gives us a chance to set things right and make our relationship stronger. Okay, in this second question, you have to know about the Global Forgiveness Day. Okay, it is observed annually on 7 July. Okay, that's answer for the second question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see today's questions for you. Okay, daily we are given 2 questions that you can answer, and please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the first question for you. Parshottam Rupala has been appointed as a union cabinet minister in which of the following ministries? Okay, the options for you. Option A, Ministry of Rural Development. Option B, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Option C, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And option D, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Okay, I will repeat the first question for one more time. Parshottam Rupala has been appointed as a union cabinet minister in which ministry? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the second question for you. Amazon India has launched its first digital Kendra in which of the following cities? Okay, the options for you. Option is Surat, option B Mumbai, option C New Delhi, and option D Hyderabad. Okay, I will repeat the second question for one more time. Amazon India has launched its first digital Kendra in which city? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, in this video we have discussed about the important current affairs questions and answers of the day 11 July 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, I think it's understood about the section. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that, and can download the PDF file of this section in our Telegram group, and can also join our Telegram group for more study materials. Okay, we'll keep the link in the description given below. You can check that and download the PDF. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe our current affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting us. See you tomorrow with a new video on current affairs and other study topics. Thank you. Bye bye.